Yo, welcome back. Bienvenido al episode 15 de Who Hurt You, Bro? Oh, this is the Spanish episode, I guess. Right. So thank you for coming back for episode 15 of Who Hurt You, Bro? We are doing this to celebrate a fantastic weekend here in New York. It is for the Puerto Rican Festival in Harlem and the parade in Midtown Manhattan. So if you're Puerto Rican or not Puerto Rican and just want to have a good time where people are allowed randomly giving you shots and have amazing food, you should probably pop out because it's lit. They're super, super nice people. They're just incredibly fucking loud for no reason. So they could be super big bass speakers blasting off and you still don't hear that music over the person next to you screaming. So with that being said, I managed to get us some fantastic guests, right, that understand this and are also within our community so we can have a nice conversation and maybe, switch up the language a little bit, diversify and shit, right? So I'm going to pass it on to them to introduce themselves.
What's up? This is girl Haiti Baby from the Ladies Pitch Podcast, your favorite mommy.
And this is your girl Dory, and I am not Puerto Rican.
Dominicans and Puerto Ricans are incredibly similar.
Yeah,
I know. I don't want to hear nothing, all right?
No, you're right. No, I'm just saying.
It's only one boat stop away.
You know what I mean? Like, it's right there.
Right, it really is.
So, with that being said, I'm super hyped up about the coming weekend. It's going to be lit. We also have another fantastic person from the community, and that could be overall Latino or Puerto Rican specific. It doesn't matter, right? But here's another person. He's been here before. He's here again with fire on the table already. And he got some shit in the fridge I'm waiting for, right? It's my man's the Cake Hustler, Chris from Cake Hustler. What's up, bro? There we go. I know y'all ain't hear that shit, but he said, yeah, facts.
We're just here staring at these cakes.
Right, yeah, nah.
How are we supposed to focus if they're right in front of us?
Hey, this is
mouth savoring and shit.
This is the part where we show some level of discipline.
Some discipline?
Some level of discipline. Because honestly, I want to hit the fridge.
Self-control.
Right, I got
I'm
none
not
of
good
it.
at that.
Listen, in about 20 minutes, we're about to be all over this table now.
All right, so we're gonna start it off since we're keeping with the fantastic topic of of all the good stuff that's coming this weekend, right? I have a really good question, and it's something that I think is very important to our community, right? Because it's a very community thought-based question, right? That I think is on the minds of a lot of people. Is after a breakup, is it Sucio or Sucia Summer?
Ooh.
Is it?
That's the
It's
question.
a Sucio Summer before the breakup. Depends.
It depends on the kind of relationship you have.
Are you having a Sucia Summer before the breakup? I mean, like, nah.
Guys, sometimes the relationship,
That
sometimes
Sucia
it's
Summer
over.
might be the reason for the breakup.
Wait,
That might be it.
sometimes the relationship is over before it's actually over. Am I the only one that's happened to?
But you're being a Sucia at that point?
Because I consider myself single. Like I know.
Wait.
What?
Hold up.
You go. I'm
No.
like,
All right. No, like, I'm trying to understand what she's saying, but it's like, all right.
You know how sometimes
So, like,
the relationship is over before you guys actually break up, but you know it's over.
But you know that it's,
so
but
you kind of
like,
already
why do you
move.
prolong it, though?
I don't know. I don't
it
breaking
sounds
hearts.
like you're like working on a fucking technicality. Well, the line was on the line, but what happened was when they did the instant replay, they pulled the play back. What the fuck are we talking about?
Breakups are tough. So if for me, if I'm already mentally and emotionally checked out, I'm just like.
So then why don't you clock out? Since you're checked out, you just swipe your card.
I don't know.
I don't want to hear no more, right? And then you walk out and do you and
Is it a comfort
Sucia
thing?
on deck.
Huh?
Comfort thing?
Maybe for the
I
I'm
don't know.
seeing
I
how
feel
tough
like
it is on the other person.
Like once when you live with somebody and stuff, things get complicated. and
Yeah,
shit.
but even at that, you could check out. Be like, yo, not even check out. You clock out. Be like, yo, listen.
I'm out.
Closed off. Not for you. I go somewhere else, right? But I live here, right? Like, that's pretty much it. Like you gotta, you set it out and you say what it is, and then rock from there.
You're right. I guess I don't know. That's
You
my toxic
definitely,
trait.
you was 10 toes down on that. That summer starts before.
I'm just saying, it's happened.
She was like, it's hot outside.
I mean, I've been singing for a while, so
Like it's over 80 or so.
It was
It's
85
single
today. As soon as it hits
Yeah.
86, the Sucia
It's
tops
single
off.
class.
86, 80, 75.
Yo.
It's like a boil.
75.
degrees outside.
Right.
It's like a
75.
boil's about to over, like, you know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy.
You could go
That's
out
wild.
without a little sweater or hoodie. That's it. It starts. It begins.
That's wild. When do you think Sucia Summer starts?
Well, I've never really had one, so I don't know.
You've never had a Sucia Summer.
Not since I was like
She will
maybe
this summer.
18. Well, yeah, I guess this summer. I
It's
don't
never too late. You got to live your life.
Yeah, no,
Sucia, out here.
I was married for so long. So.
From my understanding, is none of that really matters. You know what I mean? It's all a technicality.
It mattered to me. It mattered to me, okay?
Our morals are set up differently, I
Yeah,
guess.
no, it mattered to me at the time.
Okay. Well, I don't have a very nuanced view here. I think that a Sucio Summer starts as soon as you say, I don't want to fuck you anymore because I want to be out here fucking anything and everything else that walks.
Wow, is that what you really say to break up with someone?
Depends on how I'm feeling.
That stings.
Right?
It depends on whether this is on or not, right?
Right.
So everyone can be on the same page as me. I tend to want to act because I think that action's the best. Then this kicks in and stops me. But if like this is already checked out because I'm not even dealing with that, then it's just it's just you get
the
whatever.
same shit.
Yeah. No, that's not the same shit. No. Where did you even find a way to somehow equate that? That is the same thing. I'm done. Where's the dicks? No. That's not it.
So how long after a breakup should you like fuck someone else?
15 minutos.
Wow.
No,
really?
I'm bugging. I didn't really
3
just say
hours?
15 minutes. 3 hours is good. No,
I mean, if you've checked out emotionally, then 15 minutes is acceptable.
15
That
minutes.
means that you already had somebody
That
else
means
on
you already
deck.
have, you already had
Hold on.
somebody
There
on
was
deck.
somebody that was already there on the back burner that you were just waiting until it was official before you could fuck them.
But us women
Thank you.
always have that option.
No,
though,
that's
somebody
just
in the back burner.
your fucking dick behind glass. You're like, in case of emergency.
Break
Dick.
glass.
Like, I don't want to hear that. But like, I think that, that like same way it works with a job. Like when you have a job, like I'll quit my job because I have another job on deck. I think it's the same thing for a potential I'm gonna slide in. You know what I mean? Like if this is already done and you're letting me know that there's a vacancy that needs filling, then allow me to sit here and fill said vacancy. You know what I mean? Like
I guess.
I guess I have morals. This is crazy. I thought this would
No,
be a
you're
completely
right.
different
You're right,
conversation.
though. Yeah, I mean, you're right. I guess it all depends though on the breakup and like how you took the breakup and.
I mean, you're giving a lot of qualifiers now you didn't start off with, but I like it. I like how we've grown past the initial.
I'm still in my healing process, guys.
That must be what it is. That must be what it is.
This turned on, and now she's
Right,
like, wait.
I flip flop between wanting to be toxic and wanting to show my healing side. So
Is that
it's a
really
process.
is that hard nowadays?
yes, it is. It's very hard. Pause. It's very hard.
Why?
I'm saying it to a guy.
Por si acaso, I don't wanna,
Just in
like.
case.
I'm saying it to a guy.
Okay, so
Yes, it is. All jokes aside, it is.
it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I guess I don't see it that way, and I'm definitely not healed. Y'all
Well, it's
heard me
because you're
talk.
well, for me,
not healed.
I mean,
it's because you're conditioned to be a certain way, right? So, like, I'm conditioned to want to, like, move in certain situations or respond in a certain way that's not necessarily, like, grown-up way to respond to things. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on the person that I'm dealing with, too.
Right.
Like, damn, do I want to give this person, like, a toxic response and be toxic? Or I want to be like, I'm grown, so I'm going to just, like, ignore this person and just...
So I have a thing with that,
Go ahead.
and we go back and forth all the time because I don't necessarily agree. Like I feel like I hate all that toxic bullshit, and I hate all of that. You got to learn how to play the game type of thing. Because like again, I was married for 15 years, from 18 to 34. I was married. So now is that I'm actually like single as an adult. So there's a lot of experiences I haven't had. And I am very honest. And if I like you, I like you. And if I love you, I love you. And she's like, nah, you got to stop being so soft. You got to do this. You got to do that. And I'm just like, I hate that. I fucking hate that.
I can firmly relate with that, right? Because I tend to be the person who is incredibly upfront about everything. I don't have the patience to sit here and do all the extra. Like, if
Right.
I'm like, yo, I got your number, I'll text you immediately. I don't care. And if you're like, oh my God, this nigga's thirsty, I was like, well, then I guess I'm gonna go get water. Fuck you, bitch. Right? Like, nothing really changes for me. Like, nothing changes for me. And I make it super clear to everyone. Like, I try my hardest not to get into that. There's times where it starts to seep into your head and you're like, well, I texted, she didn't respond. You think she fuck with me though? Like, I'm not sure, right? Those uncertainties hit everybody, right?
Right.
They hit everybody. The best thing you could ever do though is remind yourself that no is the worst answer you could ever get. So you're not gonna die. You're literally not gonna die.
Yeah.
As soon as I remind myself of that, then the fucks just
Roll off.
roll right the fuck off. And I was like, yo, some fucks are there. Someone should pick those up. God, they're not mine. Right? And that's what it is. But doing all that game shit, like, I hear it from men a lot of the times. They'll be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that you show exactly what you want to show. You got to put, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a certain level of marketing. And I understand it. Like, you market yourself to other people because you want to get them to buy into you. But there's a certain level of it that I feel is just like disingenuous and sometimes just flat out, you're lying. Like, you're presenting a front to get a buy-in to something you're not.
It's so annoying.
But
I just think
I don't
it's so
pretend to
annoying.
be something that I'm not. That's
I'm not.
the case.
I'm not saying you. I'm
It's
just talking about in
like,
general. Like
yeah,
that, you start
no.
to notice that. Like, that's something that happens a lot.
It's just so much work. Like, how do you really have the time?
But see, that's the difference between us two. She was married for so long. So this is like what, her second year really actually being single. I've been single for like 5.5 years. So I had the situations, I had the games, I had the getting fucked over, fucked other people over, like that type of game. So I learned to kind of just like play the game. You know what I mean? So it's always I don't put it all out there.
I do.
Yeah, I think. I stopped caring about that, and I've been single for. It's been a while. Because I was on Sucia timing. But like
You've had mad Sucio Summers.
I've had my fair share. It's like when you go to Yankee Stadium, you see the banner with all the titles. You go into mine. It's the Sucio Summers. No.
Damn. Yeah.
And we got another notch. There goes another championship. Right? No. Just the shit that goes along with it is just like I don't see a point in it anymore, because what happens is if I'm me off rip, I don't change up me, right? If you fuck that up, I know I put my best foot forward. So if that fucks up, there's always something I could have potentially did better. But if I know I did my best, then I can't feel bad about the overall outcome, right? If someone fucks me over, they're going to be able to fuck me over regardless. There's nothing I can do about it, right? There's no amount of guarding yourself that you're going to be able to do to stop someone from hurting you if you genuinely put anything out. So all you can do is best foot forward and keep it pressing.
I guess it's a control thing for me, I say.
Do you want control, or do you feel like I
feel like that's how I keep my control. By not putting it all out there and just kind of letting you work for it type of deal. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, if it becomes so easy, then what are you really working for? If I give you everything. So
I think
what you working for?
That's the mindset that doesn't make any sense to me. Because what you're working for is to create a union that makes sense. I don't have to work on knowing you. I want to work on knowing us. What's the potential for us?
But
So
you
only
don't
way I
know
can
about the
do
us
that-
when you first start talking. You don't know if there's going to be an us. And I don't know if there's going to be an us. So I'm going to put all that out there if you're not even going to be around in the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months.
Yeah, but we're just talking about, like, let's say, for instance, not feelings being brought into it, but being able to sit here and say, yo, this is me. This is what I am. Take it or leave it. Just like the cake's on the table, right? That's you, right?
I'm
You
taking
put
that
it, you
cake.
put it on the table. She's like, I'm taking the cake, right? She's bought it. She has her cake on the table. She's like, yo, listen, this is me. You can either take it or leave it, right? This is what I am. I think that's a better one, because at that point, then you both understand what's there. Then you can sit here and work on what's the path forward, rather than playing the game of, well, I'll take a bite now. I'll take another little bit now.
But that's so
I'll
much
take a
more
little bit
fun.
Yeah.
I
No.
put the cake, take it away.
Because-
No.
because
Take it back.
you're-
But we could have so much more fun together.
Thank you. You're spending that time doing that. By the time the actual real relationship where everyone, you know everything about that person, now you're so caught up in playing the game never stops. Rather than now, okay, well, how do we come together and do something? I used to be, I sold shit almost my entire life. I can sell fucking water to a well. So when it comes to bullshitting, I'm fucking impeccable at it, right? I just don't choose to. Because there's no amount of me doing that's gonna get a legitimate response back the way I want. Okay. So what do? I was like, there goes my cake, mommy. Do you want it? Do you don't want it? That's it. And if she provides me with only half her cake and I have to work for the other half, I'm like, you half stepping. I'm good.
But don't you appreciate things more when you got to work for them?
Yes. Work on the relationship that I want, not the potential person who the other half might be shit. Give me the whole cake so I can analyze what's in front of me.
It's
so
a
I
gamble.
know what it is.
Dating, love, relationship is a gamble. So you never know.
You play the odds better when you have an overall view, right? So for instance, I can take the analogy, right? Let's say we're playing blackjack. If all the cards are up, you have a better view of what everyone else is doing. So you can make a better choice. That's why they keep one down. Because they're hiding a portion. They're hiding a portion of it from you so that you have to now gamble on each one. But if you have the full thing up, you can make a really informed decision and then go from there. The gamble then comes from after that. Like, all right, I've bought into your cake. Cake looks fire. I'm going to fuck with that cake, right? I'm not bought in. Now, the real gamble is that because I bought into that cake, are we able to move forward? Me working for just that other half that now I have to fucking discover, and somehow in the mix of that, you're just a crazy bro who tries to kill me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not it. I'd rather know that you're crazy off rip because that might be the kind of crazy that I fuck with.
Nah, I don't hide the fact that I'm crazy. That's the part I don't hide.
Maybe that might be the hide part.
I don't know.
But like, I think that's just, it works better that way. At least in my opinion.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's pretty good. But you know what I'm saying? Like, in my opinion.
I'm with you on that though. Like, she knows.
Yeah. We're always like,
I'm painfully honest. And she's always like, shut the fuck up. And
I just be like, yo,
no.
don't say nothing. Like, yo, don't respond. Like, don't text him back.
She's
what
like,
you doing?
don't answer. Don't text him back. I'm like, but I want to text him back.
But then when she puts everything out there, then no response or left on red. So like, all right, so you're going to leave me on red? All right, so I'm going to leave you on red for like 3, 4, 5 days.
So my thing is like, and this is probably something that I can do better with. I give people the benefit of the doubt. So like the expression, I give you enough rope, you do with it as you please, right? I allow that because at the end of the day, I have a level of worth in my head of what I am. The cool thing is that I get that level of worth validated by the people around me who are like, yo, I fuck with you for whatever reason. So I get the validation that what my worth is legit. So I know that if at that point, matter. Correct. If at that point you're not fucking with me, then probably shouldn't fuck with you either. So if you're going to leave me on red and you be like, oh, well, you know, I was in the hospital. Hey, I hope you feel better. You know what I mean? You might need to do a little bit more now because now I feel some type of way about this because you didn't inform me.
But that's the part that I'm trying to say. Like,
no, but you're trying to say it by being like, nah, then you leave that nigga on red for like 3 weeks now and then he's going to get the message subliminally. And then what happens is you hit him with Morse code and you be like, you can text me now.
Because y'all know what y'all be doing. Y'all know what y'all be doing. Y'all know what y'all doing when y'all doing it. So y'all just be hoping that we dumb enough to fall for it.
Y'all know what you're doing when you're doing it.
Exactly.
You know most people don't know what they're doing when they're doing it, right?
Nah, men know exactly when it comes to like dating and the women they're talking to and dealing with. You guys know how to play the game way more than us. So y'all know what y'all doing when y'all doing it.
I will speak to the rational one, right? And so, right. Do you deal with impulses?
What do you mean?
Like, is there an impulse sometimes that you just wind up doing and there's no thought process behind it?
I'm impulsive as all hell.
Right? Cool.
Every day on a daily basis.
Is there a thought process when that happens?
No.
No, that's the point of it being an impulse.
You just do it.
Correct. Right? If I impulsively am like, I don't feel like talking to you today because I'm like, maybe I'm being a dick and I decide not to talk to you because I know I'm being a dick and I don't communicate that to you, that's a fuck up on my part. But then when I decide to be like, all right, well, you know what? Let me give you that information. But now you're on the, well, I ain't answering for like 3 weeks because you got to stay on red because you need to learn that this isn't okay. Like if you're treating me like if I peed on the floor, I'm a dog and you slap me in my nose with a newspaper.
I mean.
But what happens there is you create a cycle that there has to be a immediate response to what you deem as a negative action, right? And it creates that. Like this is things that, for instance, if it was reversed, I'm pretty sure you'd be like, yo, what the fuck is good with you? Because I know that if it would have happened to me, I'd be like, what the fuck is good with me? But also, it has a lot to do with taking accountability. Like, if I were to fuck up like that, I would immediately be like, yo, listen, I was in my bag. I was being an asshole, and I want to be an asshole to you.
I do that beforehand. I do that beforehand.
And I think that's responsible as fuck.
I do, yeah. And like, all right, so I've been kind of seeing somebody. So like when I'm about to get my period and I know that I'm going to be a bitch, I'll be like, yo, Like, it's coming. So I'm either going to hate you for nothing or I'm going to be overly loving. So this is your heads up. Like, for the next week, this is what it is.
I mean, that's solid. For men, it's different because your day let me backtrack that because I think it's just people in general, right? Your day can literally influence your actions toward others. I know I do that shit all the time. Like if something's just not hitting like that day, like people around me might start to feel like they're getting a cold shoulder from me, and I'm not doing it intentional.
I withdraw.
Yeah.
Like when I'm having a bad day, I just withdraw.
Right. And sometimes people will take it as, well, that's must be against me. It means you're saying you're trying to let me know, and it has everything to do with me. It's internalized. We don't do a good enough job of explaining it out, being like, yo, listen, I'm in my bag, right? So people can't
when
take
that
it for what it is.
happens, it triggers like this really negative reaction in me where I respond like in a really fucked up way. And that's when like my bitch comes out because I'm like, you're not the ombliguito of the world, so fuck you. Like, my bad day has nothing to do with you, so just leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, you're not the center of my universe. It could have been I stubbed my fucking toe. Are you the fucking chair that I stubbed my toe on? No. Then shut the fuck up and sit here and deal with the fact that this chair fucking sucks.
I'm having a fucked up day. I will talk to you when I feel better. That's it.
Not every energy needs to be given to a potential partner. Like my negative energy doesn't need to be given to people that I legitimately want around. Because if I give them that energy and they don't deserve it, I feel fucked up. Like, damn. Because when it happens to me, I know I never liked it. I hated that shit. I hated when people,
others.
Right? Exactly. I hated when people gave me energy I didn't deserve. I was like, nigga, I could have did something for this then. You know what I mean? Like I could have wilded out right now. I could have said or done something really fucked up to get this negative energy toward me. But I did nothing and I went out of my way to do nothing. It makes you feel even more slighted. It just creates this really like toxic animosity towards another person who's giving you negative energy for no reason other than what's going on with them and not being able to articulate it to you. That's, again, just how I see it. And it's a pretty good opinion because it's mine.
Talk that
Well, I
shit.
think it's a pretty good opinion just because I agree with it.
Hey, to each their own.
I mean, that's... All right, so... Here we go. Now this one's contentious, depending on the area and the group that you speak to. I'm starting to notice that there's a bigger section of people who are not about this, and it kind of bothers me. You know, obviously because the flag on my arm, it irks me that knowing that there's people out here that don't do this. But in 2023, is eating toto like mandatory? Eating toto's mandatory, right?
I mean,
Yo, I hate that word.
Oh yeah, she hates.
I know. I said it before. You got mad.
Yeah, she hates that word.
I just said it in the car, right? I'm like, I don't know why. Like, that word just makes me like cringe. I hate that word, but it is mandatory.
Right.
Eating pussy is mandatory.
Comiendo toto.
Yes. Yes.
I could have said crica, but toto hits harder.
I prefer anything else but that word.
So if old boy's like sitting here rubbing your back and he was like, "Mami, quiero comerte toto."
That's what exactly what I was telling her. That's why we were talking about it.
It's true. We literally just had this conversation in the car. We just had this conversation in the car.
I was telling her about being with a guy and he said that in the middle of it. And I'm like, yo, please don't use that word.
Yes.
That's what we're talking
For her,
about.
it's a big no. For me, I'm like, okay.
She's like, I love it. I'm like, yo, no.
It depends on how exotic I'm feeling, the word I'll use. But toto comes out because I just think it's a funny fucking word.
Oh my God. I hate it so much.
Right? You say that shit with like a certain behind it. It sounds like I'm fucking on a bachata track and shit. You know what I mean?
Dominican men have a
Right?
tendency of doing that. I was just
me up.
Yeah. This guy was like, yo te quiero romper este toto. And I'm like, okay.
Yo, that's gangster.
Yo, it's so funny. We were just having that conversation.
That's gangster. Yo quiero romperte todo. Like, yo, that's gangster.
Yo, that shit to me would have been
That's so fucking gangster. I want that shit on a shirt.
I got you.
I want that shit on a shirt.
With a Puerto Rican flag.
Right, with a Puerto Rican flag.
No.
Toto Destroyer and shit.
Yo, my cousin used to have his Instagram name.
It's gonna be a battleship, and that's gonna be the name.
Yo.
He used to have his Instagram name is like Toto Moncho. I used to be like, cousin,
Yo, let's go.
change that Instagram name.
All right, everyone in here is old, so now we're gonna ask a really fucked up question. What was your AIM name?
Oh God. All right. Oh, this is so embarrassing.
I remember my shit.
I remember mine too. It was Sexy Mala 171.
Oh my God.
Because you were from 171.
Yep.
Mine was Chula 360 because my building was 360.
Oh my God. Mine's had to be the only one that made the most sense. Ma
was
hold
it?
these.
My Horties?
Ma hold these.
Oh.
Thank you. Yo, son, I was on deck with that shit. I still have it. I have that shit in the tuck. I never know when America Online might come back.
Damn, we
and
showing
I put it back out. You know what I mean? I dust it off like.
That we
This is
really
way
showing
in.
our age with that shit. We really showing our
Oh my
age.
God.
How was it? That was yo. You used to. Oh, well, I don't know if you guys used to do this shit, but like with the walkies back in the days.
Yes, I had.
How's the-
I worked for Nextel for a while because I was so into them shits.
Hell yeah.
I was
That
over here
my shit, too.
wilding. I was wilding.
Yeah.
No, but I'm talking about like the
conversations.
walkie-talkies like that. You
Oh, the
just
CB
using
radio
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, there we
No,
go.
I didn't get on the CB radio wave, but I knew everyone in the Bronx did that shit. It was so annoying.
I knew
didn't do
guys that was
that.
getting so much pussy off that shit.
Right? It was like breaker 19.
Yeah.
Total destroy on deck.
I never met like no dudes off that shit, but I knew like mad guys that was getting mad pussy.
What
off
are
that
they
shit.
like? What were they doing? Getting pussy truck stops? Like I'm very confused on how this works.
Nah,
Yeah,
they would just all be on there, like, different channels, and they'll be holding conversations. Then you have another guy trying to cop blog on that channel. Then it used to be like, yo, take it 2 channels up. And you go 2 channels up, start talking to that girl. And they were all from the same area because it only goes like a certain distance.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
no.
they'll end up meeting up and shit. Like,
Yeah, I heard a lot about that shit from like old school Bronx heads. They love those CB
they
radios,
used
and
to
I'm
love
like,
that shit.
just so you know, you don't have a CDL, stupid. So what the fuck are you on this radio?
The fuck you doing with that?
The fuck are you doing, dumbass? I'm like, yo,
those are some good times.
I'm broke down on the road. You don't have a car, dumbass.
Like,
Hell
I'm just
yeah.
here waiting for triple A.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, the fuck out of here.
Yo.
So is it mandatory for you,
I mean,
like for a girl to give head?
yes, because if I'm supplying, then you got to deliver as well. Like,
So
it's-
what do
it's-
you prefer for girls to give good head and have whack pussy, or have good pussy and whack head, or whack head?
I don't know, because I'm such a big fan of the Toto. You fucked up. You should have never said anything. You fucked up. Everything for the rest of this episode is gonna be Toto. So all right.
You gotta name this shit.
Yo,
Toto Freca.
Ay, Dios santo.
Oh,
This
God.
episode's gonna be crazy. All right. So honestly, I enjoy fucking entirely too much. I love head, but fucking is just way better than me. Because I think there's more of like a connection. Obviously, when I was younger, I was all about head. I was like, yo, it's time you fuck me. You give me a head type shit. That fucking dumb hood shit that everyone was on for a while.
Mhm.
I was right with it. And then I realized there's a certain level of intimacy that I like,
Yeah.
and I need that. So if I don't get that, then I don't really feel, even if I came, I don't feel satisfied. I'm still like, there's something missing. You know what I mean?
So
Like
you
when you
put-
have like a bad fucking flang and it's not hitting. Like, but if there's one like in the fridge and that shit slaps and you're like waiting for it type shit. You know what I mean? Just saying.
He's so stupid.
Right. Okay.
So
This
she
is
gets
gonna be
so
like
she gets
American
whack
Pie
head
but with
then.
flan.
With a flang, right?
Right. Oh
Be like,
Lord.
yo.
Just
Yo,
don't
quiero.
He's like, I'm out.
Just don't do what he does in the
Yo,
movie.
wait.
We
Yo
good.
quiero romperte el flan.
Like, está bien, papi, let's go.
I prefer that over.
No way.
I would
That's
prefer
crazy.
that.
Mami, yo quiero comerte el flan.
I
No,
would
that don't
prefer
hit the
that.
same way. No,
See?
Toto slaps, bro.
Nah, yo.
Toto's different.
Yeah, I have no beef with the word Toto. I actually like the word
Toto's
Toto.
heat.
Yo.
Toto is heat. There's like an echelon of words, and Toto's top echelon, bro.
I don't know. I need to like go back as to why I hate that. I don't even know why I hate that word so much.
You gotta
Oh,
just
we're
use
gonna
it more.
analyze this.
It needs to be hypnotized. or
No,
something.
you
Take
need
me
to just
back
start using it
no,
more. You know
I
what I mean?
don't. I
Like,
don't
just
like
next
it.
time you see somebody, you acting like a real Toto, bro. I don't know what's up with you, right? Like, it just bring it into your
No.
vocabulary. You know what I mean? And then eventually it rolls
I'm gonna
off
just
the
start
tongue.
calling you Toto Face.
Oh, Toto face! So, that one, I forgot to call it Toto face all the time. That's what's terrible.
Yo, my best friend and I, that used to be our shit when we were younger.
Yo, oh, I
Toto
can't.
face. If I shaved all this off, literally niggas would call me Toto face.
Oh my God. I
my
still
God.
say that. I say that.
They'd
I
be like,
say
yeah,
that.
let me play with your clit, Toto face. Come here.
I'll
Like,
break
I-
up with you. You
I
shave
hated
your
niggas
beard.
like that.
Yo, yeah.
I'll break up with you. You shave your beard.
It's
without
nuts.
telling me.
No, because like I look like a fucking child. I shave all this off, I look like a child. Let me get a good night's sleep and shave all this off, and you're gonna fucking card me when I go into a bar, right? But then, that does look like a Toto. It's fucking crazy.
Yo, I ain't dealt with a man with no facial hair mad long. Like that to me is ugh. They make y'all.
That's great.
She said
Yes.
they make ya.
They still
Lord.
make ya?
What?
Ugh.
All right.
They still out there.
So there's certain terminology that we use for women, right? When it comes to, Puerto Rican, Dominican men, they use certain terminologies. What do you think is the most degrading term that they use for women on a regular basis?
Degrading term that men use for women?
Kind of like in English, it would be bitch. Like, look at these bitches, right?
Perra.
Ooh, that was a good one.
But I like
That
that one,
is a
though.
good one. Yeah, no, I don't know.
That one
Mira
hits.
esa perra ahí. I'm like, oh, it just slapped. Oh, that was a mean one.
I'd be like, ew.
Nah,
That's crazy.
No, but
That was crazy.
I'm with her on that one though. Like you can't
I be like,
insult me by
Joe.
trying to call me names because I might like it.
That's crazy. Perra
That's the only one I
nice.
could think of, though. But it depends how you're using it. If we're in an argument and you're like, maldita perra, whatever, then
Nah.
you're insulting me.
I use Sucia on a regular. Sucia's my shade. That's my go-to.
Yeah, no, I don't have to say perra. I don't ever had any guy call me that shit, though.
There's puerca.
Puti puerca?
Puti puerca. Well, first off, that's a De La Ghetto song. Absolutely fire song. I bumped that the entire summer it came out.
Oh, well, you know what? There's a Dominican say azarosa. I hate that
Oh,
word.
azarosa, yeah.
I hate that
I've
word.
heard it, but I didn't know what the fuck it meant.
I hate that word. I can't tell you what it means. I just know that I fucking hate it.
Azarosa.
But it's an
Like, let me
insult.
tell you how much I don't like it.
I don't even know what it means.
I don't know what it
I
means,
just know
but
that
fuck
it's
that
an
word.
insult and it just
Azarosa. Let's look it up.
Yeah, look that shit up. I
What
want to
does
know what the fuck that.
azarosa mean?
I've heard Dominican niggas use that shit, but
yeah,
I
it's
never knew what
like
it meant.
mad common, but I don't know.
I mean, they just got off the fucking the flow of tigre. I haven't heard tigre in years.
Oh, it's a hater. And azarosa could be described as a hater, but not quite.
So a hating ass
Someone who
bitch?
asara you, which comes from the word asarar, is a person who is
Yeah.
there to only ruin your life and bring bad luck and damnation upon you
Maybe
and your
that's
family.
why I don't like
Goddamn.
it.
That's probably why you don't like it, right?
Bad luck,
So you're
man.
like,
Nah, keep that shit over
that's
there.
what I'm ready to do to niggas. I'm dragging you down. Let's go. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other words. Like I've heard like perra's like somewhat not even new. It's been around for a while, but there was like certain words in my youth that always sounded like really disrespectful. I can't remember them for the life of me. But
Yeah.
they were
Puta?
just
Una puta?
no. Puta, I call bitches putas on a regular basis, man.
Yeah, but it's disrespectful. Like if you're saying it to someone that, you know what I'm saying?
It's not really.
I
Like, if
don't know.
you
That's
walking
like
down the
cuero.
street,
That's like
Una
cuero.
like this,
First off,
that's what I'm
I got
saying.
called a cuero.
You're saying
just last week.
derogatory, so it's meant to be like, it's meant to be disrespectful in a way.
Nah, there was some.
I
there was
don't
some
know. I feel like
disrespectful
it's-
shit.
Is it hard to offend people nowadays?
Yeah, hard to offend,
Yeah.
I mean,
easy to offend. More like
no. It is hard to offend because some words just don't hit like they used to. Like
Right.
essentially, if you call people a puta,
Right.
and go fuck yourself, nigga, and they walk off. Right? Like,
Right.
like there's no real harm in that. Like I don't
Nah,
know.
y'all bugging.
First off,
Somebody call me a puta, we fighting. I don't know about y'all. Somebody I don't know calling me a puta? Nah.
I don't care.
I don't even, I don't even give people that much,
Strangers?
like, I don't
Give a
even give
fuck about
people
these
that
people.
much,
Like,
like,
I don't know. I'm
Nah.
just like, whatever.
I'm at a bar or something and a man call me a puta? Yeah,
Nah,
okay.
you just like to fight.
that's what it sounds like.
You just like to
You're
fight.
like me 5 years ago. Let that shit go, bro. I held on to it for a long time, but I don't expect you to let it go. That shit took a while for me. Everything was a fight.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I can't think of any of those nasty ass words. Like these niggas just had shit with like they used to put like their foot down and like say with their chest type shit, and they be like holding shorty's ear, and she's walking by because they wasn't paying any mind. I just can't remember that shit for the life of me. And it was mostly like all the Dominican niggas that used to sit in front of the barbershop. This is like before they realized
hate those
that tight
guys.
pants was a thing. This is like before the tight pant fucking the bachata shoes, tight pant, fucking.
The pointy shoes and tight pants.
I'm like, puppy, it's 105 degrees outside. What the fuck are you doing? No one's bachating right now.
This is why I don't date Dominican men.
Nah, to keep it a stack, there's a lot of
I don't-
Dominican cats that I know that are the shit.
I
Like when they first get here, it's that transition period. The transition period for all my boys who are Dominican. I used to have my mans I used to work with used to be comedy. He was fucking comedy. He was learning English on his own, right? Doing a great job, right? Probably one of the most hardest working dudes I've ever met in my life because he really put his all into his work because he was very proud of what he did. But he used to say the funniest names of shit that he would read and I'd fucking cry. He called Home Depot, Home Depot. I walked out for like 8 days on that shit. He's like,
Home Depot.
we need to go to Home Depot. I was like, home what? I was like, ¿de qué tú estás hablando? Like, the what? The what? And he's like, shit with such
Depot,
confidence.
that's funny.
And he kept calling Popeyes Popeyes. Like, yo.
Popeyes was a big deal in DR. I'm just saying. I used to fucking watch Popeye the cartoon when I was little.
Yo, these niggas are go, oye, ¿quieres algo de la tienda? ¿Quieres algo a comer? I'm like, yeah, sure. Yeah, guess I need. Like, what you get? Me voy pa Popeye. I'm like, where? I was like, what? The fuck are you talking about?
They're cool dealing with on a friendship level, but when you start fucking with them and dating them, like, PTSD.
I don't know. I think Dominican women I don't have any issues with. I've had like
It's the
great.
men.
Oh.
It's the men.
Yeah, I've never dated like a Dominican guy. Like dated. Like been in a relationship with a Dominican guy. Never.
We had like an entire
You know what?
episode
Me and you
about
got
that
the
shit.
same thing because I've never dated a Dominican guy either. I don't think it's ever gonna happen. I don't know why.
Yeah.
There's something about that whole aspect that I just don't see any appeal.
It might be the penis.
The
Nail
big-
on the
that's a
head.
big
Nail on the
reason.
head. We figured it out. Right.
Big reason why.
Yeah, no.
All right. So here's another question because this is one that I think that I'm trying to figure out because I'm putting together. And I think I said the shit in the chat. I'm putting together this thesis that I have on aggressive women and predominantly in New York. So I'm trying to figure out where do you think are the most aggressive women in the United States? I obviously default to what I know, and I've been to tons of different states.
Mhm.
But the most aggressive women I've ever met have come from New York.
Of course.
Any other state hits your head that you're like, these are some aggressive women.
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
Or
Oh no. New
I was gonna
York.
say Florida, but most of them are
Nah.
from New York originally.
Right, yeah, they just drove down
they
there.
Just moved.
They just
yeah,
moved.
Yeah.
no. Yeah, no.
No.
So what do you
New
think?
York.
What do you think breeds that level of fucking First off, to be clear, before it sounds like I'm just trying to shit on aggression, I love aggression because that means I could be aggressive too, and I know that I'm gonna be in a perfect fucking space. I don't have to worry about nothing, right? Because I'm like, how dare you get mad about what the fuck you're doing? Shut up. Right? So
Yeah,
right?
no.
So
yeah, we definitely take
We have
the
a lot
cake,
to be
yo.
aggressive for.
Yo,
We're
it's just
overpopulated.
it's just
Everything's
something about growing up
expensive.
here. Like New Yorkers in general are bred on like survival. Like you gotta learn how to survive New York, and you learn as you grow up. Like it's just kind of in you.
That's why they kind of say if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah, but it's different like moving here than it is like
Actually being raised.
from here.
Yeah.
Because I mean I see it in my kids. Yeah, my kids are mad soft. And then
You can't be like that in New York, though.
I mean,
You gotta
I
be-
agree. I kept my kids completely insulated. I'm like,
yeah, that's why I moved to Connecticut.
Oh yeah, you're good. You don't need to be like that.
You know,
I got
it's crazy
it enough
because
for all of us.
sometimes I catch myself like it goes back to the whole thing, but I'm very forward and I'm very like, it is what it is. Like this is who I am and whatever, and I'm honest and sometimes I catch myself and I'm like, am I being too aggressive? Like I've said that to a guy, like, am I being too aggressive? Like, I asked this one guy one time, I'm like, is it rude when I text you, let's fuck? I want to fuck. Like, that's it. There's no hi, it's just.
That's incredibly aggressive. I felt like she was sitting here
Like
screaming
aggressive, where it's a turn off or is it turn on?
I mean, that's all dependent on the situation, right? But
Because
I
now
was-
men don't be like masculine women. So
Right, so
First
like,
of
so
all, fuck
if
that.
you're, right, so
Fuck
like, if
that.
you're fucking somebody and this is how she hits you up, like, how do you feel about that? Is it rude? He said it wasn't rude.
First off, I'd be like, one, don't ever fucking talk to me like that. Two, I'll be there in 15 minutes.
I'm on my way.
I'm on my way.
You was on your way already.
Right? I was already on.
like, I'm down the block already. What you talking about?
He was putting on his other shoe. Like,
I don't know. I think aggression in right places is perfect, right? Because you need it. Obviously there's anything taken too far is bad, right? But I personally I like a level of aggression. Like be aggressive, right? Like if we're in a good tone or like we have a really good relationship and you want to be like, yo, real quick, you need to understand what the fuck is going on. I'm like, yo, who you talking to? Eat this pussy. I'm like,
Okay. No.
If I have to,
like if you're gonna make me,
right? Because I'm gonna do the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, I might be rubbing hair and I'll be like, go great in your mouth right now. This dick. You know what I mean? Like, I might say some shit like that, but because we have the relationship that's cool, it's no big deal. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm not saying off rip. You walk up to shorty in the club and you be like, yo, look good in your mouth, my dick.
I don't hate guys like that.
And those men actually exist as well.
Like that.
Those gonna work.
Those are very open with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a fire line now that I think about it.
Don't
What looks
do
good in your
it.
mouth? My dick.
Yeah, if it's somebody that you've already, like, you know?
I mean, yeah,
Nah,
it's not a good start off.
Don't say that. Yeah, don't say that to somebody you're just meeting.
Maybe.
Don't use it as an opening line.
Yeah,
like
What's your pickup
icebreaker.
line? Well, I ask what looks good in their mouth. Okay.
When I was on my dating apps, I used to get stuff like that all the time.
Oh,
Gangsta.
I used to get stuff like that all the time.
Well, that one's a numbers game.
And I would not reply. I wouldn't reply to those guys.
That's a numbers game. If I send the same message out to every fucking
Somebody's
girl,
gonna bite.
someone's gonna bite. That's just fishing. It's literally fishing. I'm throwing it out,
That shit
hit it
is
with a few
crazy.
times, and then eventually, bang, be like,
Some men
I
just
can't wait
send-
to catch this HPV. Woo!
Yeah.
Right? And you just pull it back.
Some men just send dick pics.
That one's crazy.
Some
I
men just send dick
I
pics.
can't just off rip, show off the sachichong. Like, shit is sweet.
Yeah.
Not sachichong.
I can't. It depends, because if it's cold, it might be a sachicha. But you know what I mean? Like I said sachichong, I'm feeling good about myself right now. It's warm outside.
There's no shrinkage.
No shrinkage. I mean, he helps expand. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm out here right now. Right? So, you know what I mean? I'm not flashing, you know what I mean? Like all the right off rib. You know what I mean? I'm not like, me. Right? I can't do that. I have to, that one's one of those instances where I'm like dipping my toe to get into the pool. I'm like, I gotta check the temperature.
What's your like go-to? Like, what's your opening line? Like, if you go to a spot, you see a pretty girl
in person.
Yeah, in person.
My close rate is great in person because I'm like charismatic and funny.
But do you have a go-to? Like,
Actually,
opening line?
I look at what I can sit there and critique. Right? Not in a negative. It could be in a negative. It could be funny, right? I'll be like, yo, it'd be great if maybe you, instead of pigeon toeing, you put your feet right? Or I'll say something fucked up like that. They'll be like, I can't believe you. And I'm like, I'm just joking, right? I really do love the shoes, though, because that's really what caught my eye. And then that gets the conversation going, right? Because you're going to know that I'm being somewhat playful. It doesn't work all the time, but that's usually my go-to. It's going to be, I notice something, I sit here and either make a negative or a positive critique and then follow it up with a compliment. Mm-hmm. And then that'll start the conversation. And through that, I'll understand if I'm even engaging in that conversation, because if you can't conversate back, then I immediately want to completely diffuse from that situation. Peace out. Conversation's like my biggest thing.
Yeah, conversation is a big deal.
Yeah. If that's the case, I can fuck any hoe. I don't care about that. Like, I want someone who can give a little back to me, like when I just want to talk.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's another thing I had to learn.
I operate like that as well, too. That's why I never really had like a one night stand. Because I can't really like...
Hold on, wait. So you was advocating for Sucia Summers, but you're like, no one night stands?
But who says like Sucio Summer has to consist of like you fucking around? Like fucking.
I mean, that's the definition of being a Sucia.
No, it could just be like you having a roster. You can have a roster and like of 3 guys and only fuck one. And just the other 2 are just entertainment. Like type shit.
What the fuck does that mean? What is it? You're putting them in the fucking Coliseum
for
them
you,
to fight to the death?
Makes sense. Like,
what the fuck? The other 2 are entertainment. Dance for me.
It could be entertainment when the other person is busy. The other one you texting with the other one, like building up to possibly fucking type shit. Why you acting like y'all don't know what I'm talking about?
I got this whole picture of Russell Crowe being yelled at by you from the stands. Fight!
Not Russell Crowe and Gladiator.
That's immediately what I thought. I was like, they're for entertainment. I'm like, what kind of fucking dictator is this? Holy shit.
I can't. Just somebody you talk to occasionally when you're bored, like type shit.
But what?
That's what
how does that
friends are
person?
for.
That's a friend.
Okay. It could be.
If you have a roster, these are potential dicks in glass that you're going to break eventually.
So
that's not a friend.
But you keep it there just like you don't know if you're going to get to that level. If you're not sure. Like that type of thing.
What you're doing right now is called hedging your bets. No, that's not it. What you're doing is you're saying, I keep a roster. If you have a roster, these are potential players. Right? We agree that that's what roster means. These are potential players. If I have a roster of more than one woman, then at that point, fucking second on the roster means she can get the dick at any moment as well. I choose when to give it to her.
Exactly.
Right?
Same thing. I'm choosing when to, but it doesn't mean that I necessarily
There's a word
do.
for it other than you calling it a roster. right? It's a specific thing you're doing to a man. You know what that thing is called?
So what is it called?
Friend zoning.
That doesn't necessarily mean I'm friend zoning him.
If everything works out good
If
with the
I'm
first
friend
one,
zoning him,
and
that means that
you're still like get into the Coliseum, you two goofies, and battle it out, right? You
Not
fucking
the
tyrant,
Coliseum.
right?
So let me ask you this:
I'm
if you're
never gonna be able
speaking,
to think.
It's crazy how I put that shit together.
if you're talking to 2 or 3 different women, you fucking all 3. If you have a roster of 3, you
Let
fucking
me
all
tell
3
you
of them.
something. I'm fucking all 5. And there was only 3 now. What it is it depends on the energy I'm coming
Especially,
with.
that's what I'm saying. Like, especially if you don't like, if
I
the
don't-
first one you have.
So
Wait.
Go
Let me set up something for you. All right. You have a roster of 3 different women. The
Correct.
first one is just a fucking relationship. You don't really know where it's gonna go yet.
Mhm.
So you have somebody else second in play. Maybe the sex with the first person is amazing, so you really don't feel the need to fuck the second person yet. But you have a good connection. Like, you don't know whether you're gonna get there yet, but you keep that person there. Like, you have a good connection with them.
So my question is, when the third one comes in, do you yell out "copy cool"? Because that all sounds like games.
No, the third one could
You're
just...
like, I got you, copy. That's it. I won. Got out there.
I'm just putting 3 out there just so, more options. But it doesn't necessarily have to be 3. It could be 2
Where
different
would the
people.
third one come in? So like
A person that's super busy and doesn't really give you enough time.
When
like,
the other one's a flat, you pull him out the trunk and then you put him on and screw
spare?
him in. He's a spare.
the third person is somebody you see like every 2, 3 months, 4 months.
Can I get this playbook that you have? Because I feel like you have very specific rules and you haven't written them down yet. This is a book. And I'm giving you the idea. Write the book.
It'd be like that.
You should write this book.
That.
I want to read this book. I'm super interested because you have very specific rules to these situations and you
It's
thought them out.
It's not my rules. I'm just going according to whatever
I'm the
it is
writer
at
here.
the moment.
She's just gonna talk. I'll write it all up.
Yeah,
I got
please.
you.
I got to read this shit because I don't
Best-
know
it'll
where
be
you
a
pulled these
bestseller.
from. Because what it sounds like is you're like, and so the third one is the one that comes out. Like if you're plugging it from the app, you have a lot of thought into this, and I'm super interested in hearing whether they're yours or not. You could be the person who compiles them together, but you should 100% put the shit in the book. I'm so interested in your thought process behind this shit.
I'm interested in when you guys have a roster, how y'all move about it.
Because it's different from men.
I'm speaking to her too. Like,
Okay.
if she has a roster, how do you move about it? Like,
Yeah, you talk about
right,
your
I'm
roster.
pretty sure all 3 or every 2 you're not gonna see every week for whatever reason. Either they have jobs or they have kids. You can't see them on a regular, so they definitely ain't gonna be number 1. They're gonna be pushed to number 3.
Okay. When I first started dating, I had a roster. And I wasn't fucking everybody, obviously, but
Bing, check off what I said. All right, continue.
yeah, no, I was not fucking everybody. But it was a lot of, because I lived in Connecticut, it's like half of the guys that would talk to me, like that I would talk to on the app or whatever, were from Connecticut. And then the other half were in New York.
Mm.
So it's like, I don't really want to travel for dick. So it's like, that already kind of put them at a loss, the New York guys. So I don't know. But essentially my goal was to find one that stuck. That's all. I just wanted to, it was kind of like testing the
So you were
waters.
just weighing your options.
Yeah, just until I found one that stuck. One that I liked enough that I wanted to keep around.
There we go.
So what this sounds like to me is we're talking about 2K13 or 2K23, and we're talking about the depth chart, and you're like, well, I got to move this player in.
That's dating though. That's how dating goes.
I don't know if that's how dating
You
goes.
don't really put your eggs all in
know.
one basket until you're sure.
Well, no, not necessarily. I mean,
yeah,
you know what
that
it is? I
is how
think
it
that
is.
now with online dating, it just makes things a lot harder. Because when you meet somebody in person and you know that you like them, it's like you're not thinking about going home to text the other person. You're like, damn, I met this person, we had a connection, I want to text that person. That's how it is for me.
After
That's
a
how
certain
it is
amount of
for me.
time, it will have to take me some time to
No, if I meet somebody and there's a connection in person, then I'm interested in pursuing that avenue.
Of the first connect or the first link.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, that's not working for me.
Yeah, rosters work really different for men because obviously women can put men in certain positions that men don't put women in, right? There's a thing friend zoning, and then you got fuck buddies, right? For men, I can have a fuck buddy, right? But I've never friend zoned a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's never been something that I've ever done, right? I wasn't you're interested in me? sit right there. I might beat your pussy up. Like, I've never done that before, right? Like, I'll have people who be like, all right, cool. Like, we fuck and we're cool. And that's about it, right? So when it comes to a roster, I might have people that are like that, but I'm not in communication with them. They know the
So
vibe
when
already.
somebody is interested in you, is automatically like, I'm gonna take you down type of thing?
Depends, right? So it depends on what I'm looking for. If I'm looking to have, well, like the bag I'm in right now is relationship bag. Like, I want a relationship, right? So majority of the moves that I'm making right now are to find someone who fits that, right?
So you're dating with intention.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Right? So like I'll sit here and I'll open myself up. My biggest problem, and I say this shit all the time, is getting pussy's never been an issue, is finding a relationship. Right? Because like everyone, and since I'm older, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that this is a problem because I have my own issues, right? So like everyone has their own traumas as they get older. So it's hard to find people who will kind of mesh well with you after they've had their issues. And I don't mind sitting here working past something with somebody, but a lot of people will have their guards up. Well, I'm like, yo, listen, the gate's open. You can walk in if you want. Just know that if shit goes crazy, I'm kicking you the fuck out.
Yeah.
I mean, the bouncer's coming. Yeah, no, we have capacity, mommy. Get out. Right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is.
That's also very different, though, because you're actually dating with intention. You know what you're looking for. So it's kind of like, I guess, you know, for us, it's a little bit like sticky if you meet somebody that's like, oh, I don't really know what I want yet, or, you know, I'm not really looking for anything serious. Then you kind of just have to like compartmentalize that and like, all right, so if we do fuck around, this is what it is. Don't try to switch up later on once you like really like the pussy, then all of a sudden you want a relationship. No, this is what it is.
I would rather not. Like, I think that I'm at a space where I would rather not.
You would
like,
rather not what?
I would rather avoid those type of people.
Yeah, just like, I don't know.
Like, I don't want any more complications.
But are you looking for a relationship right now?
No.
So then
I'm not looking for anything. Period.
So you will have to date someone else that's also not looking for anything. So why would you want to be with someone that is dating with intention, but you're not looking for anything?
But that's exactly it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Like, I'm not really looking for anything. However, like, if it was to come and like land on my lap, I'm not gonna be like, no, it'll go away.
Yeah.
You know? And that's where the whole thing comes in, where like if I meet somebody and there's a connection, and then, you know, whatever it is, what it is. But
yeah,
I'm not like specifically looking for.
Yeah.
I follow you on that. I don't know. It's weird.
It is. It's weird because it's not like, you know, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I think.
Like, my thing is when I say here, and I'm like even talking about potentially like any, like if I'm having a conversation of, yo, you know, I'm sitting here looking for a potential long-term relationship, right? For some reason, I'm telling you, and it's specifically, it's New York women, right? Like, as soon as I say some shit like that, they're scared off more than most dudes I know. They're like, oh my God, like, you want to be with me? Be with me? Ah, right? Like running out the fucking room. And I'm like, yo, but you'll fuck me. That's crazy. Like, you'll let me stick my dick in you. But as soon as you heard relationship, they look like the fucking, the inflatable fucking tube men, and they're running around like that. Piecing the fuck out. The relationship, nah, but I'll take the dick. Can I get the dick? I'm like, oh, cool, I guess, whatever. It's like, I don't know. It's so weird. It's like when you, and it might be, obviously, like my bias kicking in and how I view things, like my point of view. But it seems like whatever I want at the moment, and I'm sure everyone feels like this, right? What I want at the moment is the hardest thing to get.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It always feels like that.
Yeah. And then when you find somebody that you're like trying to like do something with, that's when like everyone else comes out of the woodwork.
It's like because I'm terrible at cues. Like, there's certain cues I don't pick up on. I'm super visual and I notice a lot, but certain cues, because women like to hide everything behind some fucking layer of fucking secrecy. Like, if she's a fucking CIA agent, I'm like, yo, nigga, like, relax, bro. I hate that shit. I hate that shit. If I brush my hair behind my ear 2 times and I blink hard twice, it's because I want you to fuck me. I'm like, how the fuck do I know this?
How like, are you supposed to know?
Well, I licked my lips at you and then I took a sip of my drink. I thought you were thirsty. What are we talking about? Like, how is it that I have to decipher this shit? Like, if it's fucking hieroglyphics in a pyramid. Like, what? Like, why is it that we can't just be fucking very specific about what it is that we're interested? Like,
I'm interested. People are scared of rejection.
Facts. I don't like rejection either, but I'm stuck having to deal with it. Yeah. I think women need to start getting on board.
But you guys deal with rejection more than we do.
That's the shit that sucks. Yes, rejection fucking sucks. I'm sorry. And that's one of the things where you hear a lot of dudes like complaining, like, oh, well, you gotta be a high. Shut up. Right? All that dumb shit that they be saying is for them to try to avoid rejection so they can guarantee. No. The best part about sitting here and running your race is having those times where you stumble. Right? It's a mindset. I'll tell you right now, I hate rejection. I don't fucking like it in any way, shape, or the form. Oh my, I hate that shit.
Builds character.
Oh my God. Yo, if I get kicked off my internet, I feel some type of way. I'm like, did the signal just reject me? Right? Yo, I don't like rejection at all. I hate rejection.
No one
right?
does.
But I have to deal with it. I feel like for women, it's slightly different because, you always got, not to say that it's the people that you want, but there's always a list of niggas ready to throw their dick at you. Not that they're the ones you want, but they're there.
Right.
Right?
The options are always there.
Right? So for when men look at it, we're like, at least you get the options, right? Like, it's like the starving man and the dude who has rotten food. He's like, well, at least you got food.
You got something.
Right? It's always that thought process, right? He's no better, though. The dude eating the rotten food's no better. He's still going to get sick and die right along with the starving man. Nothing changes there. You're both fucked.
Yo, that analogy, though?
You're both
His
fucked.
analogies are crazy.
But they're valid. Think about it. They're valid.
Yeah,
right?
I guess.
You may have a plethora of rotten food, shit people who want to fuck you, right? And I can have nothing on my plate, but we're still in the same boat. The thing is, everyone looks at it as like it's different. It's not. You're in the same fucking boat. The difference is that what your circumstances are. They're just slightly different. The end result is you're lonely as fuck. With your lonely ass. The only difference is you might be able to get some dick while I gotta sit here and hunt for fucking pussy. You know what I mean? Like,
so does it work for you more when you're up front and you're like, yo, I want to fuck? When you tell a woman, as opposed to like kind of just being a gentleman about it?
I mean, well, first off, you have to be a gentleman whenever you're gonna sit here because you're propositioning somebody something. At no point in time have you ever been sold something and someone just walked in, you know what you're gonna get? And they slap the fucking item in your chest. And you're like, what a great salesperson, right?
I mean, I guess I'm trying to ask, like, do you present, like, you put your best foot forward, like, I'm a nice, how some guys hide the whole, like, fuck go behind being a nice guy?
No.
And at the end of the day, they just really just want to fuck?
You be a nice guy and you say what your intentions are. But hey, listen, I find you super attractive. I feel like we have a chemistry. I'm not looking for anything serious, but if you would be interested, we can hit the house or hit the telly, you know what I'm saying? Have a night. If you're interested in that, let me know. It's
so
cool.
Being upfront like that, you get better results from women.
One, I get more guaranteed results. And what I mean by guaranteed, I mean there's no room for misinterpretation. Because as soon as I sit here and I have to put all this extra shit up, there's a lot more no's that can come from that later on down the road. You might get an initial yes, but as it goes further down, there might be a no thrown in there. But if I do that, if I get a yes, that shit is almost guaranteed. Because I gave you everything up front. I told you what it is. There's nothing hiding there. If you feel uncomfortable, you can always opt out, but it's less likely when you know that have the whole picture. Mm-hmm. Right? People feel more comfortable with the more transparency they're given in those type of instances where there's not a lot of back end fucking information that they have to digest. Just like, yo, listen,
or decipher.
Right? I like this, I like that. You know what I mean? I even take it further. Like I have my chart on my phone. I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a big rubber wearer. You know what I mean? Plastic bag my shit up. But just in case, I do have my shit.
It is.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm
clean.
For that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I like, papi, clean. Right? Mitolín aquí. Papi,
yo,
clean.
you should go around asking random people, do they have my chart on their phone? Right?
Not enough people do. Like, that's not even a conversation most men have.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to have it.
Yeah.
Every 6 months, I go. I have to. Because especially if you're sexually, super sexually active, every 3 months, you should be 100% getting yourself tested.
Yo, I say that shit all the time on the pod, right? Like, yo, if you're fucking more than one person or you're just fucking period, you should, like, get checked, especially raw. You should get checked out like every 3 months.
I mean, raw is fire. That shit is awesome. You know what I mean? Like, it feels great.
Absolutely, it is. But, especially like if you or guys not exclusive to one another, you never know what the other person is doing. So it's like...
My thing is, too, is after you have like some really nasty fucking, you should probably get tested because she was willing to do all of that shit or you're doing all of that shit.
Let's not do that.
Hold on, wait.
Let's keep it a stat.
Let's keep it a stat. We're keeping it a stat.
Let's not do that.
If you have some really wild fucking sex, you should immediately get tested. Because you definitely put your eye by her asshole. You probably have pink eye, right? There's a lot of things that could be going on. You need a full physical.
What happens to checking the my chart? If you check the my chart
my chart's not going to protect you from fucking pink eye.
Then you know that you're good. So let's get... If we both know we clean, we
You
gonna
can survive pink
no
eye.
restrictions.
No,
like,
it itches.
You can survive pink eye.
Fuck outta
What's
here.
a little pink eye?
If she, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you walked
better than
out
herpes,
with the
like-
fucking fingers, and then she queefed too hard, and it just, like, blows some particles in your face. You're like, ah!
You got some squirt juice in your
Oh
eye.
God.
You fucking go in to go eat her out. You got a poncho on. Be like, I'm ready, mom. I'm about to tear this up.
Yo,
We'll fuck this
it's-
toto up. You know what I mean?
Oh, you ever used one of those dental dam things?
My mom, I brought home mad condoms, mad lube, dental dams, and all this shit. Because
Hey,
she,
where
you
your
need
lube
lube.
connect?
right?
If you need lube, let us know.
Yo, Poppy's wild Puerto Rican. I spit. Right? No, I'm playing. I just chafe. So, right?
Diablo. Diablo.
I don't do that. I'm a gentleman. I'll find something, maybe some baby oil. Right? So, my mom.
I've been there though.
She's like, I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been there with the baby oil.
My mom worked with like addiction counseling and shit like that. So she had like all this on deck, and she would bring it home.
Mm-hmm.
So I always had them on deck. Like she used to have the little packets of like lube with the tear off on the corner, right? And at no point in time did I ever use it for the actual need that it was for. I went to school and I put it all on the floor right where niggas was opening the door to come out of class. And bang, I'm like, and now you smell like rubbers.
Damn.
But yeah, that was my thing.
God.
But yeah, I think this was very productive talk. I feel like we covered a lot of ground. I have one more question before we end it out. It's a super important question.
Mm-hmm.
So for the weekend,
Are we gonna sing Preciosa?
there's no Mark Anthony here.
My voice is not.
All of my family would be mad if I sang it without him. Right? All right. So top 3 songs that you think you're gonna hear this weekend.
Oh, anything by Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was thinking.
His whole
Titi me
catalog, boy.
preguntó.
His whole catalog.
Yeah. I don't know.
Definitely Mark Anthony.
Right. I don't even think that you can pick songs. You just gotta pick people.
Artists.
Yeah.
No, I can pick 3 guaranteed songs that you'll hear.
Really?
3
Yes.
guaranteed songs.
Guaranteed songs. You'll probably hear more than once.
What are they?
I gotta hear your 3 first.
But I don't know.
She gave me the catalogs.
I can't. Yeah, I can't think of songs.
Okay, so I got the 3. Que bonita bandera.
Oh, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
CNC.
Oh, well, that's because you're a pro. You go every year. So.
Right.
That's why I said I got this on lock.
Right.
CNC Music Factory, fucking Boricua Anthem.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I know. That.
Once you hear it, you'll know it.
Okay.
How's yeah?
Yeah,
You definitely heard it in the lounges back in the day.
In
and
the
shit.
lounges, in the parties, in people's trunks. Fuck.
Okay.
It was bumping everywhere, right? And then the last one would be probably is gonna be Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico.
I think Bad Bunny needs to come out with like remake one of those songs.
I mean, he did with.
No, I don't think
which
that
one?
he should remake. I think that he should just make his own.
Make his own.
I mean, he's going on his. I'm moving around all of Latin America, grabbing different
Yo.
samples and shit. It sounds
Really,
fire.
For real.
Have you heard that song that he made with like the like with the corrido people from Mexico?
Yes,
I actually really like that song.
I think it was I.
I like it.
What song is that?
Por siempre or por ciento, something like that.
We just heard it in the car. That
No,
one.
we didn't hear it.
Oh,
Not today, at least.
yeah. And well, yeah, he should definitely make one of those. But I feel like he kind of did with Titi me preguntó, but that's more kind of like
It's
Is
more.
it
Dominican.
Oh man, what the fuck is the name of the song? Because he took the snippet of Me gusta la chocha de Puerto Rico.
Oh, you talking about El Apagón?
There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
El Apagón.
Yeah, that whole
I love
the
that
beginning of
part.
that beat he took from Tony Touch from another song,
Yeah.
and that was a Puerto Rico song. I think that was Pa Eso Baby that
Mhm.
Tony Touch did with Evie Queen, and she was fire.
Are you going to the festival and the parade?
Yes, being unnecessarily Puerto Rican. So if you're out in the festival and the parade, you'll see me just excessively. I won't have like the huge flag. I'm not that bad.
Yo, that's mad Puerto Rican. That
Yeah,
tattoo
no,
as
you have
it
to wear
is.
like the shirt that
You're not going
the
with a little
flag
lizard.
the shirt.
You're not having a little lizard with you.
So no, there's the three people you're
come
guaranteed.
on, not the lizard.
There's three people you're guaranteed
The
to see. They have
iguanas.
this. They have that shit on fucking on Instagram and TikTok, right? You have the new person who first comes and they're like holding their purse mad tight. The vet who's got the fucking flag tied around their neck and they got the Puerto Rico jersey and they got the Puerto Rico fucking fedora. They're wilding.
That reminds me of a very specific person from my past.
Right. Everyone has them. That's why I was so quick to do it, right? And then you have the one with the snake or the lizard that comes around. And pet it.
Always.
No.
Every time. Every fucking year. Those are the same three you'll see. At the parade is the one that gets me tight. It's because they be all in the way while I'm trying to get fucking shots for 50 cents. You know what I mean? or Titi tiene un fucking plato ahí que está vendiendo para como 5 pesos. Be like, yo, hay un pastel encima de eso. I'm like, let me get that pastel, mami, let's go. You know what I mean? I eat the most.
I've never wanted rice and beans more than I do right now.
Right.
Then the episode was a fucking mission accomplished.
Yeah,
It was a success.
So with that being said, I mean,
can we dive in now?
Pop open which one you want, take a bite, and let them know how it tastes. That's crazy.
Hey.
I thought about how that sounded.
Let them know how it tastes.
That's crazy.
Vamos a ver.
All right.
Give me a gold spoon, please. You don't get a gold spoon. He wants a flan.
Yeah, I want to try that flan, but this caramel's been looking at me, so I just...
Right? Like, we both went for it.
attention.
No, wait, since you trying that one.
You changed.
Typical.
These people, it's why you can't take Spanish people anyway. You see how they act? Look at this shit.
Listen, I will lift the table.
Hay un reguero aquí ahora.
She'll give you Patreon material real quick.
Word up.
Oh my God. It's so good.
Son, what the fuck? What the
Wait,
fuck?
what's this called?
Oh my God.
Can I just like take you home?
What the fuck? Yeah.
It's like
I got the tapa too, so it's just coming home with me, nigga. It is a wrap, bro. We had the tapa last time. Oh my God. Yo, que está buenísimo. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's so good.
Oh my man, yo,
Shit came in here high.
This shit is so good. It makes me want to slap someone else's mama. This shit is delicious. Oh my God.
It's really good.
Yo, you ever put like cake on a girl and eat it off of her? That's what I plan to do.
Yo, why did you immediately go to me like, yo, you can make it 4 leches, papi. That's not another milk you add. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, it already has a sexual name. 3 leches. Like,
He has another good shirt, right? Fuck, I have mad good shirt ideas today.
We're gonna make the shirts.
you want to make that other one. I want no parts of that one.
Which one? Toto Destroyer? Okay. There we go. That's all I need there. I rock that shit all the time.
I need to ask my mom. Maybe she knows why I hate that word.
Like, even Bad Bunny's song would have been better if he was like, Me gusta la tota de Puerto Rico. You know what I mean? Like, that shit
Hell
slaps.
no.
Now I think about it, slap different.
It was perfectly fine with your child.
I hate that word.
See, I'll take
Was it
that.
right? I like it just depending on like the
Go every day.
facts. Actually, that's exactly what my fucking motto is. Give me todo every day. Every day. Cada día. Y también cada noche. Let's go.
Hell no, you ain't getting nothing.
Oh shit. This is the most
Not gonna use that
unnecessarily
one.
Spanish episode we've ever done. As I'm banging
I
out this
told her
flan.
we should try that. We should try to do like an episode all in Spanish.
Yeah, I say that all the time. Just speaking straight Spanish.
It's gonna be Spanglish.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Oh, we potting, right? My fault. It was delicious.
This is your fault.
Yeah, you fucked this up.
This is your fault.
Yeah.
Yo, no cap.
Yo, you make edibles too? Diablo.
If you wanted to put like fucking anything in flan, nigga, I'll cop in the hubby.
Yo, guys.
I don't fuck what you put in there.
Once, and it was so good.
Infused?
Yo, and then my mother threw it away. Diablo.
Me, I would have been scrapping.
No,
cap. I'd have been like,
because she
mommy.
didn't know- so she didn't know it was an edible, and she's like, oh, she was like, huele mal, ya se dañó. I'm like, no, mom,
Eso 30 pesos, mami, pero.
I came home from work looking for fucking flan.
Yo, that flan is wild. De verdad, like, you're gonna get an order for me probably this week, bro, because I need like 4 or 5 of these in my kitchen.
Far. That's
way too far from us.
Far.
Oh man, this shit's so good. Oh, you gonna pop out?
You should.
If you have a booth, I will be there. No, like I was gonna be there for the flan. I wasn't being there for you, but like the fact that you're there is cool. But I was going for the flan. Be like, yo, Chris, you was here? Who knew? Where the flan at?
Right. Flan brought me here.
Definitely worth the drive.
Thank you, yo. Oh my god.
Nah, for
The
real.
first time I took a bite of that shit, I think you have the clip still. The exact word I used was fuck or rip.
There's a shit you don't want to share. Like,
Nah.
Get your own.
Facts. I was trying to slap people's hands, but someone threw out the fucking tops.
Yo, this is so cute.
You know what the cutest part about it is? When you fucking taste that shit. Oh my god.
Yeah. Like, it's so good.
Oh my god.
Yo, that shit. Now you see why I was acting the way I was acting.
Oh my god, it's really good.
Now you see why I was acting the way I was acting.
Damn. Are you married? Like, I would have married you. You make shit like this.
Who else is in the kitchen? Because if it's not you, it's one of these niggas gonna get wifed up in a heartbeat right quick.
Dead ass. My dream is to have like a chef husband.
Oh shit.
My ex used to cook. I used to love it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, what I want is like I wanna. Well, all right.
No, that shit is really fun.
I want a vieja. I want a vieja que cocina todo el día, right? That's what she does, right?
Like she's a cook or she just knows how to cook. They want her to cook for you all day, every day.
Either way, it's her world, and I will support her in any venture she ever wants to go through because I'm supportive. As long as she cooks for me, right? As long as she cooks for me, okay? I need it on the regular.
You know what's crazy? I don't really like to cook. I'm a good cook, but I don't really like to cook. But I like to have somebody to feed. Does that make sense?
Yes, surprisingly.
Like my kids are.
I don't like feeding them. I'm like, nah,
I
fuck
don't
y'all.
like feeding them either. Don't want anything. I love feeding her. She's like,
Because like the kids are like, you have to do this, and like random people they're like, it's so nice that you did this. It's so good. So you're like, you know, it's like that validation, that fucking dopamine hits your brain. You're like, oh, you're validating my rice. That rice was good, right? You should try
I
to
get it
beans.
though, because I like to cook for people too. Like,
I've had too many fumbles where my food didn't come out the way I wanted it to that I'm now like I reluctant to feed other people.
what's your favorite dish to cook for people?
Picadillo encima de arroz blanco.
what's picadillo?
It's ground meat, peppers, onions.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes I'll even take like habichuela negra and I throw that in there too. Mix it
So
up.
like chili.
Yes and no.
Puerto
Because
Rican chili.
it's not
Yeah,
there's no sauce to it. It's just like directly on top of the rice. Like you do a mound of rice, then you put the meat right on top.
You
No
don't
hay
put a
salsa.
little sauce?
There's no salsa.
Put the what?
Beans?
The beans have a little bit of
You put the
a
what, Jay?
like this one. That's crazy. Fuck, I fucked up. Not gonna edit that. Ay, Dios mío.
All right, don't try to ignore me.
I was doing a good job too. She's like, what you said, Jay? What happened,
No,
Jay?
I
Fuck.
feel it. I feel it. I'm like, no, I'm gonna
Shit.
spin the block and say this again.
Fuck. So yeah. I don't even want to talk about cooking anymore. You see what y'all just did? Y'all gave me a complex. Tiene un complejo ahora. It's over.
It's okay. It's
No,
only us.
I don't even want to talk about the food I make anymore. Now I'm worried. Por poco yo soy un pájaro. Oh my God.
Pájaro. Oh my
Well-
God. This reminds me of my grandmother.
You should
old.
make,
Used
you
to
should
call
make
Ricky
it for us
Martin
the
that.
next time we see you. Whenever we see you again.
What, cook?
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Why not?
you mean?
Meet us.
No.
We'll exchange dishes.
Okay, cool.
Right.
I got you.
He's lying.
Déjame ordenar algo rapidito.
We're gonna know that she comes from Caridad.
No, you ain't.
Yes, we will. She's Dominican. She'll definitely know.
What you want? I'll wait till the new crew comes in when
Look
they
at
have
me,
the
shit
shitty
is done
food.
and I'm still like,
I can't stand
Yeah, you fucking it up. Holy shit. I just realized that she's sitting
I'm
here.
like this and all the
She's over here
corners,
digging
like-
this shit the fuck out.
this is mad good.
It is good. It is OD good.
It's really good. Highly recommends.
Right.
Shit is
We're going to adopt
stellar.
you as the new ladies pitch mascot. He comes a cake.
That's pretty heat.
Word.
Yo. All right, now we can end the episode because we had the cake. Just so we're clear, Cake Hustler, my man's in Harlem. Hit up his page. He's gonna be in the bio. Stop playing.
El barrio.
Right? He's going to sit here and set you up with the meanest flang. He has other shit. But yeah, he's gonna set you up with the meanest flang, right? Ever. And the other stuff's really good too. But the flang, it's over. It's a wrap. Now, if I like something, I want to hype that shit up. If I could, I put that shit on a shirt too. I'd be like, Cake Hustle flang. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what else I'm putting on shirts, but it's a lot of shirts.
You got a whole lot of shirt ideas, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, brain is running. All right, with that being said, this is the end of episode 15. I want to thank the ladies from Ladies Pitch. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
I'm super happy that we got to platform some more Latinos in the fucking space. You know, two very, very smart and very, very great Latinas that I have a great time
Aggressive
arguing.
New Yorkers.
Great. I'm on the Tony the Tiger shit. You know what I mean? It's great. You know what I mean? Like, but I argue and or have really good conversations with you guys on a regular basis, which is really cool. And it's mostly
He said
Haiti.
I argue.
Yeah, no, because she says something and I'm just like, I don't like that.
Yeah, I know. I see it.
I'm like, I don't like that. But yeah, so with that being said, thank you so much, guys. June 29th, live show. We'll be there. Who Hurt You, Bro? Ladies Pitch will be there. And it's gonna be 25 and over. They'll be there. Surprisingly,
they better be there.
Right? Like I think it's pretty important that they're there, right? So they're gonna be there, which is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a really fun time. You're going to notice all the ticket information is going to be in the bio. It's also going to be in the description of the video. So if you can, cop them tickets. Come check us out. We're going to be out there. Poppy's going to be unnecessarily Puerto Rican throughout the rest of June. So you get to see that. It's going to be heat. And that's going to wrap it up, man. Thanks so much for coming out. Peace.